What's up, everybody, and welcome to the iHeart Wrestling Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, TJ Stokes, and alongside me, the pride of Long Island, Tyler Overstreet.
Hey, good to be here with you today. Second episode of the podcast, so I'm obviously happy. So, how you doing?
You beautiful bitch. It's great to be back here on this podcast for the second episode.
Oh, wait. Go ahead.
I think it's great. The podcast was received pretty well. I'm pretty excited. Coming off the heels of a first episode that did pretty well on iTunes. Did all right. Did all right on Spreaker. I'm not gonna lie. Did all right. Modest for our level right now. You know. I think it did all right. And the YouTube video did okay, but we could do better. I think as we grow, it's gonna build into something great, and I can't wait to show what we're working on. It's gonna be something big, I think.
Oh, yeah, me too. You basically summed it up like I would sum it up. So, yeah, I saw the views on YouTube, and they're doing pretty good. So,
we just got to keep it up. At this point, I think we just got to keep that momentum going and just keep on releasing great content. When you guys are hearing this, Universe Mode is this weekend, so that's something. But if you guys listen to this a couple years from now, it's already been out.
Oh, yeah.
So, we probably already have tons of Universe Mode episodes at that point. It just depends on when you're listening to this. But assuming you guys listen to this the day it comes out, then yeah, Universe Mode is sooner than you think. Yeah, so SmackDown's coming.
Uh-oh.
I can't wait to drop that episode. I think people are going to really appreciate that one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just think, let's talk about it. We haven't talked about the Universe Mode yet on the podcast.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think for me, I never am really a fan of the internet wrestling fans, like the smart marks and all the people that feel like they know everything about the business, because I don't. You know what I mean? I hate people that think they know everything about the business. I'm far from knowing everything about the business. I probably don't even know 50% about the business. You know what I mean?
Me neither. Yeah, me neither.
So, and people want to take that mentality towards WWE, and then they take it when they come towards the Universe Mode. They assume they know what's going to go on. And I think we're going to have fun kind of fucking with people. You know what I mean? Because it's the inner wrestling fan inside of us that kind of makes us want to fuck with you guys a little bit. Because, Tyler and I book all these shows and write a lot of the storylines. Not a lot. It's just the two of us writing these storylines and shit. And everything you guys are seeing is really just us, like the storylines and shit. And I think it's been a lot of work. But a lot of people feel like, oh, well, I know exactly where you're going with this. But then a wrestling fan inside of us is like, let's fuck with them. Let's make them feel like they don't know shit,
Yeah.
I like that feeling of like, oh, they swerve me for the better. Rather than, oh, well, they just let me know everything I already knew.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was just the best way to go about it at that point. I don't know. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the iHeart Wrestling Podcast is GamerCentral's wrestling podcast, the only one GamerCentral even has. It's fun to come and listen, but please like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Tyler, how the hell are you?
I'm doing great, actually, since we're doing episode 2. So, like I said, I'm doing great. So, yeah, I'm doing just fine. I'm doing better than ever right now, to be honest with you. So, yeah.
I've been working like I never been. I struggle every day, but I just can't let the devil in. Cause if I knew back then what I know right now, what I know, you know what I mean? I'm done. You just had me thinking about that song. Shout out Logic. I really like that song. But yeah, better than you ever been. I think that's great. I think that's always amazing. But you know what, Tyler? You know what's also amazing?
What?
Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's also amazing?
What?
This podcast.
Yep.
And you know what we always do in this podcast? Our routine so far on this podcast?
What?
The wrestling report.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get into the wrestling report for this week.
There's 9 items on the list. Let's start off with number 1 here. CM Punk is actually in the UFC EA UFC game. So I think you guys pretty much know that by now. And I'm going to read an article here, courtesy of IGN. So, alright, naturally, the reveal of Punk's first in-game image was met with the usual controversy. Some believe Punk is a hobby MMA fighter and therefore has no place in Octagon, while others point to the Punk's past training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and his determination to be the best in the world as a sign he has ever. One sec, my bad, guys. He has every right to be there. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of that. But TJ Stokes, what's your thoughts on that? On CM Punk in the UFC game?
I think it's great, honestly. I think Punk being here is something a lot of people. Let me get on my soapbox for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray here on GamerCentral. All right. So if you guys are religious, bow your heads and close your eyes, please. Oh Lord, I just want to thank you for allowing us to see another week of wrestling. It's been a blessing to watch the Authority make me not want to watch Raw ever again in my life. Make me want to make my eyes bleed. And Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for letting Vince McMahon live. But let's just say it's been a year too long. And let's just say, Lord, can we just thank you? Or can we ask you so we can thank you eventually? To make these damn wrestling fans stop being on CM Punk's. Oh my god, get off Punk's dick. That's
Oh,
what I need to say. Let the guy be free. If Punk's happy, I'm happy, is what I said.
hmm
And you know what? I think, personally, man, I'm a fan of CM Punk. Not a fan of just wrestling. Not a fan of just WWE. Not a fan of Ring of Honor only. No, I'm a fan of Punk as well. You guys would. You guys let the man do his thing. Yes, he haven't had a UFC fight yet. But you guys were asking for Samoa Joe before he even had a match to be in 2K16. What's the difference? Yeah, okay. Samoa Joe has wrestled before and never wrestled in WWE. CM Punk has boxed and done mixed martial arts, but not in the UFC yet. In UFC gyms? Yes. So what's, like, I think, what about this?
hmm
Okay. You guys are really hyped for AJ Styles. You guys are probably the same people who want AJ Styles to win the Royal Rumble, and he's never been in WWE. And you want to be world champ right now? You
Yep.
got Punk's not going to be world champ over there. He's just going to be in a video game, and he's having a debut fight. What's the problem with that? I don't see the problem in that. And those of you guys that have a problem with that, I don't really understand it. And Punk tweeted something. He had a bit of fun. I was like, I like this. I like the jabs he's having with it. He's like, he said something like, I've never seen more people butt hurt since I forgot the video game character. Since they found out that character was played by a woman and not a man. I was like, that is fire. And he's like, and then when the trailer came out, he's like, this is gonna piss a lot of dummies off.
hmm
And I'm like, this guy just doesn't care. And I'm like, that's great. You shouldn't care. And I'm like, personally, I don't think you need to care for it to be legitimate. I don't think it matters. And I think how I feel about this is just kind of frustration, to tell you the truth, man. I think I just feel very frustrated because I'm a fan of CM Punk, and
hmm
there are a lot of people who are fans as well. But if you're a true fan, you'll follow them through thick and thin. You'll follow them through whatever they do in their life. And Punk marries AJ Lee. You guys will support him because he loves that woman. Punk wants to wrestle, or excuse me, fight in the UFC. You will follow him there. You guys will do that. And if you're a true fan, that's what you will do. And I don't know. I might be biased here. I really might be, but I really do think that I might be onto something with that. Like, the fan bases just are not even really fan bases. I feel like you want to call yourself a Punk fan, but you don't really support the guy. You kind of just stalk him. Like I support the man and what he wants to do with his career because it's like you. All right, you can't tell the artist to paint the sky blue if he wants to paint the sky green. Let the artist paint what he wants to paint. Oh, you can't paint the sky green; it's actually blue. You can't do that. Like you can't tell Tom Clancy to make Dr. Seuss books. God rest the dead Tom Clancy, but you can't tell the man who made spy espionage to make a Dr. Seuss book. It would be forced. It's like telling Triple H not to bury people. Like, hey man, can you put somebody over actually 50% of the time? Or he does it now, but it's like, can you put him over in 2013? Oh, what did you say? What? I didn't quite get that. Put who over? I didn't understand. I'm gonna do my thing. That's what it was. So
uh,
I just think you can't tell an artist what to do. If they want to paint the sky green, let them paint the sky green. Let them paint it purple. Punk wants to do what he wants, and I think it's just if you want to do something, you should be allowed to do it. Nobody should hold you back because they're too afraid to follow their dreams. There are a lot of doubters that think, don't do YouTube, don't do these things that you want to do, and they tell us what to do with our lives. But at the end of the day, we're doing what we want to do. And I'm very, very thankful that we're able to do this and that it's growing and that it's showing that we can do this and be pretty successful with it. I think the quality of the videos is good. And I think if Punk can fight and he enjoys it and he's good and he's just having a good time out there, what else matters? He's doing what he loves and he's happy. And his pockets are getting fatter in the process because he's making a little money. Let's just be real.
oh yeah, no, I agree. So, I mean, for CM Punk, I mean, TJ, you know me, better than most people. I'm a huge fan of CM Punk, but I'm gonna follow him like where he goes. It doesn't matter to me where he goes. I'm still gonna follow him because I'm a fan. So, I mean, people are getting on his case. Whoa, he hasn't had his first fight yet. Well, anyways, well, he hasn't. He's just a dirty wrestler. He's just a wrestler in general, just trying to join the UFC. He's getting his ass kicked or whatever. For me, like I said, I have hope in CM Punk. For me, he needs to win this first fight though. Because people are already criticizing him already that this guy's just a wrestler, just gonna get his ass kicked, which he needs to prove those people wrong. I'm not saying he has to win every single fight because that's not gonna happen all the time, but that's just how it is. He just needs to win his first fight. I mean, there's nothing really for me else. Nothing. Sorry, my bad, guys. Nothing else for me to say really. Just I have hope in CM Punk, and I'm actually excited for a UFC game. So, and graphics look pretty sick. So,
Yeah, I think honestly, Todd, um, I think with all that being said, Punk is going to do what he wants. He always has,
oh
you
yeah.
know.
hmm
So nobody's gonna stop him for doing what he wants. And I wish him the best of luck. Nothing but the best.
Oh yeah. So, ah man, I believe I said everything I have to say about that. All right, next thing on the list, number two. I have Lucha Underground, guys. I know you guys are excited. Lucha Underground season 2 is actually coming up. I believe January 27th. Let me read a little bit of this article here, and it's from WrestlingNewsSource.com. So, season 2 of Lucha Underground absolutely stands on the shoulders of the last season, with even more excitement and high-flying drama than ever seen before, said El Rey Network chairman and founder Robert Rodriguez. Mark Burnett, whatever his name is, and his team has delivered a truly compelling series, and we're proud to bring the ancient traditions of lucha libre to life. So, my bad, guys. An unexpected and action-packed format that has become a favorite for wrestling fans everywhere. So, TJ, are you excited for Lucha Underground Season 2?
Which is funny is I only seen a handful of matches. I didn't ever watch Lucha Underground though. Like I never really watched it, but I only seen some matches. So yeah, I'm hyped. Hopefully I can catch some more of it. I really do hope I can check it out.
Oh yeah, because you've got Rey Mysterio is actually going to be involved. So I'm happy about that. I like Rey Mysterio. I think it's gonna add something to Lucha Underground. But no, Lucha Underground January 27th. I'm excited. There's a lot of people down there. Actually, yeah, down there I should say. That I like watching, and I think Canada now has the L Ray network, so that means more viewers to see, right? So
Yeah, it should be great for him.
yeah, I mean, Lucha Underground brings something different. Kind of reminds me of Shakar just a little bit because it's really strong on the storylines. So, um, no, I'm hyped. I'm totally hyped for it. I'm not just a little bit hyped. I'm totally hyped for Lucha Underground. So,
Oh yeah, I think it should be dope. I don't know. I don't think I'm hyped necessarily, but I'm looking forward to seeing what transpires with it. I know it's gonna be good, so I'm like mm, interested at best. I don't know.
oh yeah, I mean, the thing about Lucha, people when it first came on, a lot of people just grasped on it. And at first, I didn't see the first couple episodes. I'm like, why are all these people getting hyped about Lucha Underground? But I understand why for me watching it. So, um, this guy right here, I'm a Lucha Underground fan, I should say, but I'm really hyped for Lucha Underground. I'm happy. I'm also happy that Rey Mysterio is there, like I said. So, next topic, number three. My bad, guys. Something's freezing on my computer here, but
Don't worry about it, man. You're a value part of this show. Here, I'll take the wheel.
yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, GamerCentral 101. As of right now, doing some big things. Here in GamerCentral, guys, we have a lot of love for these fans, especially you wrestling fans. You guys are some amazing people. But, I was watching some NXT, guys. And fun fact about TJ Stokes, my favorite NXT takeover of all time is Unstoppable.
Uh,
Samoa Joe, one amazing guy. One amazing guy. I remember marking out, like, when Samoa Joe debuted on NXT to confront Kevin Owens. I thought that was so awesome. I just think it was so great just to see that, and I marked out. I was like, "Yo, take over Brooklyn. We're gonna get that match." And Kevin Owens goes up to the main roster. I was like,
never happened.
disappointed, and they never even touched on it on why it didn't happen, and you kind of know why, but it's like it kind of sucks. That was my favorite takeover. It's like the storytelling and everything was so great of the show. I wasn't huge on Enzo and Cass. I think Unstoppable Soul Man, Enzo and Cass. Um, Unstoppable also made me feel something about Sami Zayn. Like this guy has been through everything with Kevin Owens and just their life. I felt like invested in the story rather than just like it's just another match. I think that's really what invested me. And a lot of people have given me crap about it, and by a lot of people I mean Ty and maybe two other people have given me a lot of shit for that. Oh, well,
Mm,
I think Brooklyn was good for one match. In my opinion, Brooklyn was only good for one match. Respect had two good matches, and people want to say Gable and Jordan for everything. I love those guys, but you can't just say every match they're in is gold. A lot of people say that it's not the case. No
all right.
disrespect to them, but I feel like with a lot of wrestlers, some people get so attached to a wrestler because they're such a big fan. They say everything they do is gold. It's not. Like Seth Rollins made mistakes. For all you Rollins fans out there, he has made some mistakes in that ring. And not saying he's not a good wrestler, he's very great. But everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
And I just had that Miley Cyrus nod. I just realized that. Back to her Disney Channel days. Are you have it pulled up?
Yes, I do. My bad, guys, but it's courtesy of WrestleZone.com. I'm just if you didn't transition already, um, so item number three. If you guys don't know, NXT superstar. Speaking of Gable and Jordan, actually, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan were actually at Evolve, not wrestling. But let me just read this. So NXT Tag Team Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, aka American Alpha, I didn't even know that's their tag team name, will be appearing at next weekend's Evolve Orlando sorry, event. as part of a special meet and greet. PW Insider is reporting discussions for NXT talent to appear only about a week ago. Oh God! And it was finalized the same day as the announcement. Um, WWE made an announcement to help out Evolve. Officials from Evolve are very excited about the appearances and believe it brings them more credibility. So, TJ, what do you think of that? Chad Gable and Jason Jordan actually showing up at Evolve for
Well,
basically
I
for a meet
found
and
this
greet.
on Twitter, okay?
Hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's awesome because I love the relationship that Evolve and NX well WWE have right now. I love it.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn showing up to cut a promo, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan showing up to do this meet and greet in a couple weeks. I think that's just great. I'm happy to see stuff like this. I love the working relationship, seeing like Apollo Crews Evolve footage inside of some packages and stuff like that. I like it. I really do. And I want to see more of this with some more promotions. I really do. And if I'm not mistaken, they do it with Ring of Honor for some Punk stuff.
Oh yeah, for the Punk DVD.
And I'm sure there's going to be a Samoa Joe DVD by Christmas.
Oh really? You actually think that?
Prediction time? Yeah. Samoa Joe's going to have a DVD either by Christmas or next Christmas.
Like just with matches, or like what?
Gonna have some. It's definitely gonna have something Ring of Honor involved. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
know exactly what it's gonna entail. I don't know if you could tell a story because if we're talking about a Samoa Joe story, then that would have to be after TNA goes out of business to mention TNA licensing stuff because it wouldn't be hard to buy out some rights to some of his stuff or like to buy some of his catalog. So I don't know if they were to buy his catalog, it'd be probably after TNA goes out of business, and yeah. So if we're waiting for that, then yeah, that's when we'll probably get something like Best in the World CM Punk style thing for Samoa Joe. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely going to be coming. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think that's going to be something they're going to shy away from because it's just Samoa Joe. And I
Right.
don't think they're going to do that for many people. But I think Balor, Joe, like Kevin Owens,
Tommy,
Sami
maybe.
Zayn, those people are going to get one similar to Best in the World. I think we
Yeah.
might get an NXT DVD of look where these guys came from type thing. Some of the Shield.
Oh yeah.
I think we might get something like that. Oh, he wrestled in Japan. This. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I think that's something we could definitely get. But back on track. Yeah, I love the working relationship that they have. I think it's great. I want to see more of this, and I can't wait to see where they take it from here. Who knows? Maybe potentially an evolve like maybe not invasion angle, but maybe like again like a promotional night type thing.
Oh,
Like
like a talent trade or.
not a talent trade, but like, hey, for one night, how about you come wrestle here to kind of get your name out there a little more? Even if it's just at a couple live events, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just some
Right.
new faces to get to look at them. So I think that would help some people over there at Evolve. I don't know who's really wrestling over there. I don't really watch Evolve. I know Sammy Callahan's back, aka Solomon Crow.
Hey.
So I don't know who else that's over there. I don't really watch. I think Gargano's back.
I believe so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure to be. I'm just like you, so I really don't. I really don't keep up with Evolve too often. But now for a working relationship between NXT or WWE and Gabe Sapolsky or Evolve, I remember hearing about this a couple months ago. I was actually kind of surprised, but it was like, well, let's see if they take this. Are they gonna handle it right? And they did. They did that with like you said, Sami Zayn going there cutting a promo, and now Gable Jordan for a meet and greet because a lot of people that watch Evolved are what like the internet fans, I should say. So they're taking a liking to Chad Gable and Jason Jordan more Chad Gable than anything. But that's a different story. But the fact is that people are going to be excited because this isn't the last time something like this is going to happen. More stuff's going to happen between WWE or whatever NXT and Evolve. So Gable, let's and guys, I just want to talk about this just real quick. NXT is actually coming out with a DVD in March. I just want to talk about that since you had mentioned DVDs. But nah, I'm a huge fan of Game on Jordan, so I'm glad that WWE sent them out there for a meet and greet. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. What's on the NXT DVD?
Um, they have Kings of Wrestling actually versus CM Punk and Seth Rollins.
Oh, I thought that was a network thing.
That was I was apparently that's a dark match that they had one time in 2012.
Yeah, I knew that was like
Uh,
I knew they were having a bunch of dark matches packaged together and stuff, but I thought that was gonna be on the network.
I did too actually, but
I had
that's
no idea. That's actually kind of cool. I guess I think maybe that'll be a Christmas gift. Maybe we'll buy some of those DVDs and give them away. You know what I mean?
I actually want that. So
Uh, when did that come out?
the news that it came out, I remember
No,
someone
I
was
mean
talking.
like when does the DVD
Oh,
itself
in
drop?
March, in March.
All right. All right. Going to the next topic. I'm gonna go to WWE.com while you read that.
Okay, next up, you kind of want to maybe want to talk about this. Daniel Bryan. Um, there's been for the past couple of days, there's been news and rumors, them releasing or going to release Daniel Bryan. This from the Bleacher Report .com. So apparently, let's read this here. 3 days after rumors of Daniel Bryan's release from the WWE swept the internet, stemming from an anonymous email, WWE reportedly shot down the Speaker's Day. Um, so I mean, for me, let me just talk about this real quick. Do they? Do I think they're actually gonna release Daniel Bryan? They said they shot it down, but I mean, let's talk about Daniel Bryan here. If you saw on Instagram, he actually posted a picture of seeing Shinsuke and AJ Styles get signed. He was like, "Oh my God, clear me already." Seem like they won't clear him. So I don't know what is going on here with Daniel Bryan. Like I'm not backstage. I'm not him. I'm not anybody in WWE. I just don't know what's going on right now with him. I'm not sure if it's concussions or the neck injuries or because his doctor cleared him, but I guess this is the WWE doctors that doesn't want to or just didn't clear him. So I'm kind of mad because I am a Daniel Bryan fan. Obviously, I'm a huge Daniel Bryan fan, so I obviously want to see him more so on TV, but. And also wrestle at WrestleMania, even. But people are gonna say, "Oh, and maybe he's gonna wrestle in the Royal Rumble." Maybe. Um, that's the thing. Maybe I'm not sure. Do I think he will? I'm kind of 50-50 on that. I'm not sure. But
I think, man, the Rumble thing is it's a possibility. I think this could be a work, and I think it could be, but the
uh,
likelihood of that is about 15%, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
mm,
that's like I don't I don't see it. And with that with that being said, man, Daniel Bryan still has the hankering to wrestle, and if you must wrestle Daniel, you must wrestle.
mm,
You know, but I can't help but feel, man, that it's not happening. It's not gonna happen again. They're not gonna allow him to wrestle again here in the WWE. I can't fathom why they would let him go again. Although yes, he is cleared by one doctor, but
mm,
Punk was cleared by one doctor and he had a staph infection.
mm,
So what does that really mean? That can mean a number of things. So I don't really know. But what I do know is he will wrestle again. But where will it be is the real question. And I could be completely wrong, and that could have been a waste of a statement, and he could show up at the Rumble. But 85% of me believes no, that's not happening.
oh, okay.
And
You're really gonna go at 85%?
yeah, 15% of me is like, yeah, there's a chance, but it's like there's no way, man, that it's that he's coming back. In my mind, I'm so confident that's not the case.
Mhm.
I just I just don't see it. I don't see that running. It doesn't process correctly in my head.
Yeah, because I mean, if you talk about just a little bit off top, not really, since we're talking about it in general. There's a little talk about the Rumble since people saying, "Oh, Daniel Bryan's gonna be in there." Well, I mean, well, you could put they already put Lesnar, Jericho. There's only like some people confirmed in there, but I man, it's really hard to talk about this though. About Daniel Bryan actually showing up in the Rumble or actually even wrestling in WWE again. I don't know. I don't know. He's getting frustrated. It's been reported he's getting frustrated that they're not going to clear him. So that's the thing, man. I'm sorry, guys. This really it's hard. It's hard for me to talk about this because I want him to get cleared. I want Dan Bryan to wrestle in WWE again, but they're just not letting it happen. So, uh, but let's go on a different topic here. That right there is hard to talk about, but let's see. Next topic, actually. If you guys don't know, Sunny is actually planning on selling her Hall of Fame ring, and it's gonna be kind of quick. If you guys don't know what Sunny does, she's nasty as what, man. She basically, if you guys don't know, one time she on a Skype call, you had to pay for her to strip, and she was like rubbing eggs on herself or whatever. Um, she basically does like nasty stuff like that now. So she basically said that this is from Inquister or whatever.com. In WWE news, Sunny has announced that she will be selling a Hall of Fame ring that WWE gave her through online auction, according to Wrestling Inc. Back in 2011, WWE informed Sunny, or Tammy Lynn Sitch, or whatever you want to call her, who portrayed the Sunny character, that they would induct her to the Hall of Fame during WrestleMania 27 weekend in Atlanta. It was a move that made a lot of sense for WWE because at the point Sunny was the most popular figures in all professional wrestling. She was the most desired diva. All right, for that, I'm not sure TJ cares to talk about this, but I'm actually happy that they're freaking giving it to her. This is why they don't want to put China in the Hall of Fame because China does porn and whatever. Um, since China does porn and they couple years back, they inducted Sane to the Hall of Fame, and see what she's doing now. God, man, we do that. So, I mean, I'm glad that she's giving the ring back because, I mean, look what she's doing now, man. I don't know what's wrong with her now. I mean, not even to go off topic. I don't know what's wrong with her now. She's doing some nasty, nasty, nasty stuff. So that's all. That's all I really have to say about
If the
there.
girl want to make her money, let her make her money the way she wants to make her money. Honestly, I don't really know. You can do what you want with your body. Your body. At the end of the day, if people are dumb enough to pay for that stuff, that's on them. I'm not gonna tell anybody what to do with their money.
Nasty. Oh my god. But no, yeah, you're right. I mean, however she wants to make her money, she can make her money. But to me, I mean, oh my lord, see the stuff that she's been doing, man. Oh my god. Nah, but Sonny, Tammy Lynn Sitch, do whatever you want. She's just been rumors that she's gonna do this for the past couple of years now. Sell a ring or you know, but whatever. I'm done talking about that. Went on that for a little bit too long there. Um,
What's the next item?
yeah, the next item is basically TNA signs former Dirty Tough Enough contestant. Actually a video was leaked or teased or whatever. This is from WrestleZone.com. As noted, TNA has signed former Dirty Tough Enough contestant Chelsea Green, and she debuted in the Gauntlet match at TNA's One Night Only pay-per-view last Friday night. Prior to Tough Enough, Green had appeared on WWE TV as Daniel Bryan's therapist in an angle with him, Brie Bella, and Stephanie McMahon. I remember that. That was terrible. But still, TNA has also signed former Tough Enough. Okay, I don't care about that. Um,
Who else did they sign?
uh, Gabby Castrovici or whatever. I don't know,
I heard
but
Gabby got a lot better.
I don't even know what that is.
Hmm.
But I don't. Like I said, it was on Tough Enough. Like I don't even remember. But um, I mean, what is there to say about this? I guess like, what's there really to say about to say something, TJ? I don't know what to say about this.
That was the big signing. That's all
That's
you
all.
can say. That was the big signing, man. They said they were gonna sign somebody big. They got somebody big, like, and they
Big.
delivered. And, TNA's version of big. Maybe you're small. Maybe my large. Maybe my medium. It doesn't really matter. Like I think. What did you really expect from TNA? I thought they came out and they made it sound like they were gonna do something big. We're restarting, and I think they've done a decent job of trying to restart TNA this time around. I think the product's getting slightly better, but I expected too much from them. But I guess maybe I'm just too optimistic when it came to that announcement.
Mm,
But yeah,
that's that's the big signing, ladies and gentlemen. But
just as
mm,
big as fucking the wrestling boom Jeff Jarrett has going on.
which is nothing. It's no boom, but uh, whatever. Uh, next item. If you guys didn't hear, we talked about it last week on the podcast. Shinsuke got signed. Shinsuke with AJ Styles and two others got signed to WWE, but it's been reported Shinsuke Nakamura is set to arrive at the Performance Center next month, I believe. Let me read this. This is from InSquitter.com or whatever. Um, Top New Japan Pro Wrestling superstar Shinsuke Nakamura is reportedly set to arrive at WWE Performance Center located in Orlando, Florida this February, so that's next month, according to PW Insider. The 35-year-old, now former IWGP Intercontinental Champion, which, in fact, he's been stripped, but whatever. Will spend several weeks at the Performance Center, according to the report. Nakamura will train at the venue while undergoing the required medical testing. Every superstar must compete prior to signing to WWE. It's noted that Nakamura may go to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to complete the testing, which is where most towns go. TJ, you go first on this.
I think it's just piss poor
I see what you did.
that how do I put this? How do I put this? That how do I put this? I don't. I think it's piss poor that people recognize this guy something amazing or whatever, and then they're like, "We'll talk about him on your podcast and all this shit." But honestly, this is qualified as something big that I don't know what it is, because you know what, I don't care. The people aren't talking about Austin Aries. I know he's in the Performance Center.
Hmm.
So it's like whatever, Shinsuke and Austin. And be mad at me for saying this, but Austin Aries is way better than Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, no doubt.
Shinsuke could barely speak fucking English for one, and that's a problem for me. Austin Aries speaks very, very fluid English
Hmm.
and could talk very well. So, and you know what? People are gonna be like, "Oh, well, AJ Styles. What about him?" Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. AJ Styles is a great wrestler. The guy can't talk.
Terrible on the mic.
Like the guy,
Awful.
like no disrespect, I would love to speak with you, man. You are a phenomenal wrestler. That's why they call you the phenomenal one, and I respect the hell out of you. But AJ, when it comes to the mic work, AJ just doesn't have it. And yes, he has gotten so much better. But if you're comparing him to Austin Aries, I don't see the I don't see why all the hype has gone to them. And yes, it's more recent, but even then, I don't. The Austin Aries thing, I would say Austin Aries has more hype surrounding him than Shinsuke Nakamura. It's like really comparing it's like comparing TNA to GFW. You know what I mean? Because like
Not.
TNA is way more fucking popular than
Oh,
GFW, like by far.
Nah,
And
I was going to say Austin Aries is the total package. So I just want to say it right now. He is the total package.
it's not like the guy can't wrestle either. It's really
Yep.
not that. So people can say, "Oh, he's not a good wrestler. Oh, he's all talk." No, no, the guy can wrestle as well. So it's not like you can give me that excuse. It's no, he can wrestle, he can talk. Not taking away from Shinsuke, but I think it's a disgrace that nobody talks about Austin Aries. But glad for Shinsuke. Hope he's cleared. Hope everything's great for him, and I can't wait to see him on NXT television. Is the thing that I have to say. I guess it's what I have to say because people are gonna be like, "Why, TJ? Why do you feel some type of way?" But I don't give a fuck. Shinsuke, dope. I think there's a little too much hype around him. I
Yep.
don't. I don't really understand why there's that much hype, but I'm hyped nonetheless. But I'm more hyped for Austin Aries than I am for him. Like
And and
when
guys, go ahead.
when I hear Shinsuke Nakamura, man, I feel like Jeff Jarrett, like wrestling boom. I feel like, oh Lord,
Nah, man.
that's how
This
I feel personally. I'm like, really, like that.
everything
That's
is a boom to Jeff Jarrett, ladies and gentlemen. I could take a shit bigger than this freaking boom that he's doing. Boom, get out of here. But oh man, I want to say this about about just one split second about AJ and Shinsuke. If you guys actually think they're gonna be the Rumble match, I do not think so at all. Maybe AJ, which I don't even think that. I do not think it's gonna be the Royal Rumble match. Or both of them, to be honest with you. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Well, let's say if it does happen, well, I'll go on here and tell you that I'm wrong. Yeah, of course, but I don't think they're gonna be in it.
let's say one more prayer, okay?
All right.
Here on GamerCentral, we do like to pray every now and then, guys. On this iHeartRadio podcast, we do like to pray to the Lord, 'cause we do love the Lord here, and we do heart the Lord, and the Lord also hearts wrestling as much as we do. All right, so everybody, bow your heads, close your eyes. Oh Lord, thank you for allowing me to pray for the second time on this show. That's pretty good. I just want to say something really quickly here. Lord, please pray with me for all the sad, sad people who think AJ Styles and the Bullet Club are going to be in the Royal Rumble match, and the sadder fatties sitting at their house right now thinking that AJ Styles is actually going to be WWE World Champion. World Heavyweight Champion.
Dumbasses.
Lord Jesus Christ. Please put a wall of knowledge over their heads. They need something, Lord. As we say this prayer, Lord, I also want to pray for something else. Lord, please help all these NXT guys when they get up to the main roster to not look like complete chicken shit Dolph Ziggler wannabes.
Hey, well, it's not gonna happen if Vince dies, but go ahead.
Looking at Tyler Breeze, of course.
Oh yeah.
And we already know Dolph Ziggler couldn't even
Future
reach the
driver.
brass ring. So how would Tyler Breeze ever reach the brass ring if Dolph Ziggler can never even hit it? Lord, please, Lord. Please pray for Chad Gable that he does not break his neck and end up like the next Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And remind everybody that he wrestled with a freaking broken neck. And Lord, to wrap up this prayer, just to remind you, and just to make sure you know, I hope Chris Benoit is in hell. And I hope he is burning. And one more thing, Lord, please do us a favor here and just let's make sure that we never mention that name again on this podcast. And one more thing, I keep forgetting to tell you guys that AJ Styles the phenomenal. Amen.
Amen.
We're gonna have to come up with a prayer just for this podcast, like an actual prayer that we say. We're gonna have to come up with something and just have people say it. Then, like when we do our first live event podcast of this, see the sea of fans actually knowing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We should do that. Just come up with one sometime or whatever. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool.
No.
Because I don't know, but yeah, I don't. It frustrates me to tears, Ty, that people honestly think oh my God, AJ's not in the Rumble.
Nope. I don't think so. Even not to call anybody out here, but I actually listen to somebody. I'm not gonna say his name. He's actually going to the Rumble. He actually thinks AJ's gonna be in there. I'm like, first I'll mark out if he does show up in it, but do I think he's actually gonna be in the Rumble? No. I do not think so. I do not think so. And people actually think he's gonna win it for the freaking championship.
You guys, you guys are the same people that had a problem with CM Punk not having his first fight and being in the UFC video game. You guys are the people that want AJ Styles to win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in his first match in the company and in the Royal Rumble, nonetheless. Okay, okay. I think it's a little hypocritical there, just a little bit. I like that's just it's fucking stupid. I just don't get it. That's stupid. That to me is just it's ignorant. I don't understand it, and people are saying I was wrong about Jeff Hardy. I legit read plenty of articles that said Jeff Hardy was still injured and was gonna be injured till probably July, but yet he wrestled on TNA the other night, which was last night actually. So he wrestled on TNA, and I was like, how?
I don't know. It's fucking.
I don't know if he wrestled hurt or he's wrestled hurt. Like I don't. There's no. I don't. I still can't comprehend exactly what happened last night. But I could be wrong. My point is, I could be wrong about things. But as sure as Tyler is black, and that this podcast is new, I'm almost certain AJ Styles is not going to be in the Rumble. But not saying he won't be at the Rumble. Saying he won't be in the match. Doesn't say he can't be like cause you know WWE, they'll probably like Ty. They could probably have him come out during the match, like while it's going on, and stand on the ramp or something like that. Doesn't mean you're in the match.
Oh, if they're gonna do that.
No, I'm just saying. But then people are gonna be, oh, technically he was in the match. No, that doesn't really count.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do if he is in the match actually?
Then I'll say I was wrong. I will publicly come on this podcast.
All right, me too.
And I will say I was wrong. I will even record a special intro, and I will go on Twitter. And anybody that has a problem with it, I will tweet at you an apology written by me if I'm wrong. So you guys got that from me. You have my word on that point. If you guys, but don't just be a troll. Don't be a troll. Don't be like, don't wait like a year from now. Or don't be one of those people that's like, well, I didn't call it, but you know it happened, so you owe me an apology. No, just the people that actually called it. You guys, I will owe an apology to if I'm wrong. And I'll say, yo, look, I'm wrong. I make mistakes. I'm human. But as of right now, I don't see that happening because I don't see myself as wrong. And don't get me wrong, I could be, but I don't think I am at all. I think this is something I stand by. I think it's not going to. I don't think it's going to go in the favor of AJ Styles. Like, I think he's not in the match. I don't see it in my head. It doesn't. It's like asking somebody, all right, what's 2 times 9, and then they say, well, isn't it 8? You know what I mean? It's like it just doesn't comprehend. How did you come to that number? How did you come to that conclusion?
Granted, I mean, people like maybe in Florida know who he is, but let's see if he does win. It's that instant disconnect because not everybody's gonna know who he is. So, but I mean, I'll mark out if he does show up in the Rumble. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be on Twitter. I'll be tweeting about it. I'll be all happy and everything, but I do not think it's going to happen.
We worked last year in the Rumble. You remember that? Well, I worked last year in the Rumble.
Wait, what?
I remember I worked last year in the Rumble, and I'm like, you're just trying to relax, watch the show. I'm like, I need this move. I need this move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, but I did stop like when the I didn't do that during the championship match. But when the Rumble match itself started, I was like, I don't care. I knew Roman Reigns was winning, so I was like, you're like, no, it's possible. It could be Daniel Bryan. Just wait. Just wait.
Okay. Oh yeah, because a lot of people, and I was guilty of this. I'm not gonna lie. People want their hearts instead of their heads, so that's the problem.
I knew it from the start. I'm like, Ty, don't watch that match. Don't watch that match. You're gonna be wasting your time. You're gonna be pretty angry.
Oh yeah, that was but you know, the last topic, not last item here. My bad. Last item here. Back on a different subject. Last item here. Not really an article to go with this, but Sting. If you guys don't know, if you guys don't watch Raw, I don't blame you. The show sucks. Sting is actually this year's Hall of Fame inductee. He's going to the Hall of Fame this year, and what's your thoughts on that, TJ? Sting going to all right.
Congratulations to him. I think he deserves it. It's well deserved for a man with an amazing career. I'm so glad he gets to be honored in such a way. He deserves it so much, and I I think the man has done some amazing work in his career, and I'm so glad he gets to have this. And I wish I'm just I actually I've actually been a pretty big Sting fan in the secret for a long time, and it just almost getting a little emotional talking about it because this guy deserves it so much. So
You weren't
congratulations
saying
to
that in
him.
his TNA Hall of Fame speech.
I don't TNA doesn't fucking matter.
Their Hall of Fame doesn't really mean anything, but
The,
not to be discrediting them or whatever. I'm just saying it doesn't really mean jack. But all right, go ahead. My bad.
Congratulations to him nonetheless, and I'm going to watch this year's Hall of Fame.
I actually might not because the fans there usually get me angry, so it depends. But I'm happy for Sting. Obviously, basically what you just said. I'm really happy for Sting. And TNA Hall of Fame and WWE Hall of Fame. It's kind of sad that we're not gonna see Taker and Sting this year. But like, we might. Sting's injured. He's hurt right now, so we're not gonna see it. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's in store for this year's WrestleMania, but whatever. Um, that's all I really have to say about Sting. I mean, I'm happy for him that he's gonna be Hall of Fame. That's what I pretty much knew when he came in. Like he's gonna have his match with Taker, and then the match with Taker didn't happen, but I thought he was gonna have his match with Taker, and then he's gonna go into Hall of Fame, and then Taker's gonna go into Hall of Fame. So, whatever.
I think Taker's
Happy for
definitely
Sting.
possible though, right?
No, he's going into the Hall of Fame.
I mean, this
Especially,
year.
yeah, because this is gonna be this right. This is hometown,
Well, not hometown, but like
home state.
damn near close.
Yeah, home state, I guess. He's from Houston, like whatever. But no, I'm happy for Sting. I say this most of the time. I'm extremely happy for Sting that he's in the Hall of Fame. So that's all I have to say there. But hey TJ, you know what time it is?
Mm.
Are you sure you don't know what time it is?
Hold on.
Oh,
Topic of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
oh,
That's what time it is.
holy
Had to
crap!
build it up there. Had to build up the anticipation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is topic of the show. You guys can submit your questions here on this podcast. If you want your topic to get onto this show, maybe become topic of the show. Maybe we'll just do viewer mail questions. Of course, you guys submit your questions, and we will start doing questions from you guys. You need to submit them. We didn't get any. Hopefully, you can get them some this week. I don't know. But topic of the show is actually one I found that I wanted to do, and it was not a part of the wrestling report because it's news we reported on in a way. So I think let's just get into it at this point. Topic of the show this week, Tyler, is of course WWE and the injury bug. Now, what I mean by this is they have the injury bug so bad right now.
It's like 2007.
Never gets old with you and your 2007 references.
Oh man.
So what I mean by this question is, I want us to discuss like this whole big pot of shit that is WWE right now with their injuries. All right. And of course, you already know that everybody that walked into WrestleMania as champions are no longer champions because they also are all injured.
Rollins, Cena, Bryan, Cesaro, and Tyson Kidd, what's her face, Nikki Bella.
Actually, Lesnar walked in, and he's not injured.
No, I'm talking about who walked out.
Oh, okay. Because I said walked in. I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, because I thought about that. I was like, wait, no. Lesnar walked in, and he's not injured at all. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's those. I believe those are the. Yep, I messed up them. So yeah, they're not even walking into WrestleMania as a champion. Not the champion at all. They're not even gonna walk in WrestleMania at all. Maybe Nikki Bella. I'm not even sure how her she is, but whatever. But yeah, man, go ahead. What you're saying, because you're saying something.
I think that that the injury bug is just caught hard. And when people say to me, "Well, man, if you put the Bullet Club on the main roster, that will fix everything."
Oh my God.
No, it won't. I don't feel like it will because the schedule is not better. Because if you see this, okay, look at the facts here. I'm not going off my opinion. I'm going off of facts, okay? Your favorite stars, Cesaro, John Cena, Tyson Kidd, Seth Rollins. If I didn't say him already, I know I said him. Are all injured. Rusev, like they're injured because of the schedule. You can't deny it. Punk wrestled with a staph infection. Punk wrestled with numerous injuries. People are wrestling with injuries because they don't want to get a doc to pay. People are wrestling with injuries because they're injured from the schedule being way too much. Live event, taping, live show, live event, Raw, all this crap, pay-per-views, and so many appearances. You can't just have one day of rest and then fly the rest of the time, wrestle, train, hit the gym. Your body can't take it. So you can't tell me putting the Bullet Club up there is gonna fix it. They're not supermen. They're regular dudes who will get hurt. I will guarantee you this. I don't want this to happen, but in a year of them being up on the main roster, if they took a full-time schedule just like those other guys have, they will end up like those other guys. They're not invincible. And if you guys want to say this is gonna fix everything, it won't fix everything. Tell me how. If you guys, I'm willing to have intellectual discussion with somebody and talk wrestling and discuss it with you. And but I'm not gonna call you a faggot. I'm not gonna call you this. I'm not gonna call you that. I want a discussion. I want to open up your mind. I want you to open up my mind to see the things that you see, and rather than just be, well, okay, it's my way or the highway. I'm willing to have you say something to me and open up my mind. Because if you can get me to see it your way, then maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know everything, but I am very passionate about this. And you know what? I do believe that that's not gonna fix anything.
Oh yeah, guys, not even what happened this year or last year. Look how many years passed. A man, you guys know, obviously Edge. Look at him. He retired because of all the neck issues. It wasn't just because of one bump, really. It was also because of the schedule. I said this last week when the whole SmackDown 6 was going on, when he had the angle on Ben, I'm not gonna mention him. He's probably taking a million German suplexes a night. So that's the thing. The schedules, because with live event and SmackDown taping or whatever. I mean, look at all these people that got hurt. Not even this year, last year, but for the recent years, it always been the schedule. I've been saying this for years. It's always been the damn schedule. So, I mean,
And it's just the thing, man. The schedule is just too brutal, and for people to keep saying, "Oh, you just need to put those guys on the main roster," I don't think that's gonna fix it. I don't.
no, I also don't. No, I also don't. It's not the fact that they might get injured. I'm not to go on a dirty rant right here, but that's the thing is, not one person or one thing is not gonna fix what WWE's in right now. Really, it's like, oh yeah, Daniel Bryan will fix everything. I'm not sure about that. He's not gonna fix everything. I don't think it's gonna fix everything. Yeah, people might disagree. Oh, he's Daniel Bryan, or I love Daniel Bryan, but ask me this: is he gonna fix everything? No, he's not. So,
And honestly, man, I don't see. And people always give me the argument they need something, but you can't give them Balor and all these NXT guys, and just for them to look like shit. And
mhm.
that hurts NXT's product. And then you give them all these guys, then what does that do for NXT? They still need to sell tickets. Triple H booked 2 new tours. Yes, and then you can make the argument, but they also sell out live event tickets for the main roster. Yes, and that's the main money, but you can't kill one product to save another. You
Oh
can't,
yeah,
like, why cut off one leg just to make sure your other leg's good? You still screwed yourself. So, no, that's not smart. And I don't, for people that say that it is, how is that best for business? Triple H talks about best for business all the time. Tell me, how is that best for business? I don't see how that is. I could be wrong, and I keep saying that, but I, I don't know everything. We don't know everything as a team. Me and Tyler don't know everything. So it's just
mm-mm.
like, if you guys could contact us and you guys are honestly willing to have an intellectual conversation about why we can be wrong and how to see it your way, then I'm willing to have those conversations, and I think a lot of people may not be, and I feel as if it's not one fix to the WWE, but it's a lot of things that need to be done.
Exactly.
It's so
Exactly.
many things that need to be done, and not just a few. People want to fix a few years of issues in like a few months. It doesn't necessarily work like that. It takes time to
Mhm.
kind of not necessarily wipe the slate clean, but to fix what you messed up, and that's something that takes time and
No,
effort.
no, this is their own fault. This is their own fault. This is when the injuries come and like Montgomery and panic. This is what happens when you don't build up any new stuff for the net for the past 10 years. This is what happens. I don't really feel bad for WWE. Yeah, I'm sad that Cena and a lot of people are not going to be a part of WrestleMania. But then again, this is what happens when you don't build any new stars. Because when you try to push these people, people are engraved in their head that this guy doesn't mean anything. This guy doesn't mean anything. Because you haven't built any new stars. That's what happens. So I don't feel bad for them because this is their own fault.
And they need to shape up at this point. I don't see what they can do besides that. I don't know. There's so much that needs to be done, and that that's neither here nor there. That would be a whole podcast itself, just talking about what they need to do.
Hmm.
So I don't think it's time to go into any of that. I think there's so much that needs to be done though, and I think we're on the road to recovery. I hope, and it's time. They need time, but and they need our patience. But I have my patience from a mile away. So my patience for this show is me not watching
Hmm.
and just letting them get better, and I come back and watch when it's good.
Yep.
So
Because why would you want to watch shit?
I think a lot of people have seen some shit on the internet.
Oh yeah.
So that's why they put up WWE. Watch shit all your life. That's all you know is shit. You watch TNA all your life. Raw's an improvement.
Oh,
Well, 2012 TNA wasn't bad.
good actually, but
2013 wasn't bad either.
it was okay. Ace and Eight sucked.
Wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but you know.
It's good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this was the I Heart Wrestling podcast. Thank you so much for joining us here. And like I said, this has been the I Heart Wrestling podcast, episode number 2. We're happy to be here, guys. It was great to do this show. Tyler, thank you for joining me.
Hey, no problem, man. Anytime.